Our headlines today. President Trump is back home following his state visit to Britain. But after a show of friendship with the Prime Minister, he takes aim at the Labour Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan.
I don't want him there. I asked that he not be there. I don't want them. I think the Mayor of London, Khan, is among the worst mayors in the world.
A man who crossed the Channel illegally is due to be flown back to France in the next hour as part of the government's one-in, one-out deal after he lost an appeal to stay.
Dealing with the legacy of the conflict in Northern Ireland, plans for a new body to help those seeking justice or simply information about how their loved ones died.
And Sir Alex Ferguson tells this programme how his younger brother Martin is living with dementia and the steps he's taking to keep his own brain active.
I do a lot of crosswords, I read a lot, and I sing a lot. A loveless night. Will you still love me tomorrow?
Let's have a look at the papers for you on Friday morning. Time is 6:20. A lot of the front pages, not surprisingly, focusing on President Trump and Sir Keir Starmer. That press conference yesterday, Metro declares checkers mate after the meeting, the Prime Minister's country residence at the end of that state visit.
The Times is reporting that Donald Trump told Sir Keir Starmer that immigration is destroying the UK and advised him to consider using the military to stop small boat crossings. The Daily Telegraph says Mr Trump's advice to directly involve the army would go much further than the steps planned by the governments.
And look at the Daily Mirror headlining, breathing a sigh of relief after the state visit. That's the idea that the government is breathing a sigh of relief, saying, thank goodness that's over.
You seen anything on the insides?
Well, I like to keep a close eye on what's happening with universities and what they're investigating. University of Bath asked, go with me on this one, OK? University of Bath asked 50 Germans who'd recently learnt Dutch, the Dutch language, to take part in a conversation after consuming either a low dose of alcohol or a high dose of alcohol to see whether the alcohol made them speak the newly learnt language better. And those who downed alcohol had better Dutch pronunciation than those who didn't. So the logic of that... So this is a serious piece of work. They suggested further research looked at the effects of acute alcohol. The study won a Nobel Prize for making people laugh and then think. But the point is that it's there you go. It's expert research showing that if you've had a few drinks, your language skills get better.
I think it's confidence.
No, in here, let me deal with that. Let me deal with that because it says those who downed alcohol. The authors of the study, published in the Journal of Psychopharmacology, said a general overconfidence gained from alcohol, Dutch courage, could not account for these findings.
They don't. You can't measure.
These are the
Dutch
experts.
courage.
These are the experts.
And they're getting a Nobel Prize for it, are they?
If you want to talk to the professors at the University of Bath, that's where you need to talk to them because it's their study.
OK, I will do.
Dutch courage.
Thank you.
Tonight at 6, a British couple held by the Taliban in Afghanistan for nearly 8 months have been freed. Peter and Barbie Reynolds are now in Qatar, having lived in Afghanistan for nearly 20 years. They've been reunited with family.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude and relief that we have our parents back after their incomprehensible detention by the Taliban.
Also tonight, a BBC investigation finds thousands of tickets for Premier League matches being resold at hugely inflated prices by unauthorised websites abroad. A week after a protest led by Tommy Robinson that attracted more than 100,000 people, we speak to some of those who contacted us about why they attended.
The drivers in line for compensation because they were shortchanged by insurance companies. The rapid decline of wild salmon, are they swimming towards extinction? We're at Ashton Gate in Bristol as the Red Roses get set to take on France in the Rugby World Cup semi-final.